Welcome to our channel. In this video, we will explore the life of Genghis Khan, an influential leader who rose to power and commanded a formidable empire. Genghis Khan ruled over a vast empire during the 12th and 13th centuries, known as the Mongol Empire. His journey was marked by political maneuvers, tales of conquest, and world-altering achievements that continue to impact our present-day society. So join us as we delve into the story of Genghis Khan, unraveling the path that led him to become a fearsome ruler and bring various tribes under his control. But before we dive into the video, what are some of the things you've heard about Genghis Khan? Have you encountered his name in Hollywood movies or perhaps from pop culture in general? Let us know in the comments down below. Genghis Khan, originally named Temujin, was born in 1162 to Yesuge, leader of the Borjigin clan, and Holun of the Olkhanud tribe. Genghis Khan's early life was marked by hardships and struggle. Captured and enslaved by a rival tribe, he defied the odds and escaped, embarking on a journey to establish himself as a daunting warrior and leader. The unforgiving Mongolian steppes presented additional challenges, forcing Genghis Khan to develop crucial survival skills from a tender age: hunting, horse riding, and combat. Despite these harsh circumstances, he triumphed over adversity, ultimately forging an empire of immense might that would conquer vast regions of China and Central Asia. With his humble beginnings in mind, Genghis Khan's upbringing encompassed exposure to diverse cultures and lifestyles, fostering his receptiveness to novel concepts and the assimilation of foreign ideas into his governing principles. Furthermore, his personal encounters as a captive and slave likely fueled his aspiration to unify the Mongol tribes, endeavoring to establish a society marked by stability and security. These experiences profoundly influenced Genghis Khan's character and leadership approach, ultimately contributing to his triumph in constructing a prestigious empire. Eventually, in 1206, his fate took a momentous turn. At the Onon River, the shaman Kokochu declared Temujin as Genghis Khan, the revered universal ruler. In response, Genghis initiated a profound reformation of Mongol society, transforming it into a mighty military force, organized into units of 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. This strategic restructuring allowed him to unite the nomadic tribes of Mongolia under his leadership, culminating in the establishment of a tightly controlled military state. From humble and inconspicuous origins, Genghis Khan emerged as a brilliant warrior and ruler, leaving an indelible mark on history. But why did Genghis Khan have to unite the tribes? In 12th century Mongolia, the clans only interacted with other clans due to a few factors. Some could only communicate with the other tribes that had the same language, religion, and way of life. The tribes in Mongolia didn't really find it necessary to unite under one empire because of the hassle of piecing together tribes with diverse cultures and ways of living. Furthermore, the Mongolic people faced ongoing conflicts with the Chinese dynasties, particularly the Shang and Zhou, who sought to subjugate and enslave them through their expanding conquests. Subsequently, the Qing dynasty of China exerted its influence, diminishing the authority of Mongol leaders and fostering closer ties between Mongol culture and the Qing court. This integration further strained relations between different Mongol clans. It is worth noting that within Mongol society, the knowledge of ancestors beyond 4 generations was rare, and contrary to popular belief, their tribal structure was not exclusively based on patrilineal clans. Nevertheless, Genghis Khan managed to conquer these obstacles by implementing military and administrative changes that effectively subdued the influence of tribal allegiances, replacing them with a highly organized and disciplined military structure. What set Genghis Khan apart from other conquerors of his time was his ability to unite diverse people. In a land where Mongolian tribes frequently clashed, Genghis Khan skillfully navigated the tumultuous conflicts, steadily gaining power and influence. He encouraged trade and communication across his empire, promoting the exchange of ideas and technologies between different regions. He also valued intellectual pursuits and surrounded himself with scholars and advisors. It seems like Genghis Khan was living up to his title as the universal ruler. But before we dive into more tales of his journey, why don't you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell. This is only the start of Genghis Khan's rise as a ruler, so you wouldn't want to miss out what else we have in store about him. Genghis Khan, at the helm of the Mongol tribes, led a group of nomadic people residing on the Mongolian plateau. Renowned for their exceptional prowess in horseback riding and archery, the Mongol tribes emerged as fearsome warriors. Structured into various clans, each with its distinct leader and territory, the tribes maintained a complex social organization. Genghis Khan's military expeditions brought the Mongol tribes into contact with diverse cultures and civilizations, speeding up the dissemination of Mongol influence throughout Asia. But these tribes were diverse, and they couldn't be united by the leaders before, so how did Genghis Khan make it all work? Well, here's how he did it. Genghis Khan revolutionized the structure of his forces by assembling men from different tribes into the same units, disregarding tribal rank and instead prioritizing leadership skills and combat proficiency. This approach aimed to weaken the influence of existing tribal leaders while fostering loyalty among the troops towards Genghis Khan himself. Notably, he implemented a meritocratic system where individuals were promoted based on their abilities rather than their social standing or familial connections, further reinforcing the dismantling of traditional tribal hierarchy. Centuries prior to the emergence of the Mongol Empire in the 12th century, Mongolia housed ancient realms whose remnants endure to this day. Evidence of this early historical period can be found in a captivating site located approximately 20 kilometers west of Moron, in the northern region of Mongolia. Before Genghis Khan's unification of the Mongolian tribes, significant distinctions existed among them. Each tribe had its own unique characteristics and social structure, often marked by an aristocratic branch or a hierarchical system within the tribe. This lack of unity resulted in fragmented Mongolian tribal society. Among the Mongolian tribes, there were 19 Nirun tribes and 18 Darligan tribes, which were considered core Mongolic tribes, but did not trace their lineage back to Bodanchar, the common ancestor of Genghis Khan. However, Genghis Khan's unification efforts brought about a new sense of shared ethnic identity as Mongols, transcending these tribal divisions. Prior to Genghis Khan's consolidation of the Mongolian tribes, intertribal trade took place through a barter system. The nomadic tribes of Mongolia led a pastoralist lifestyle, dependent on their herds of horses, sheep, and goats for sustenance. Through this barter system, they engaged in trading various commodities amongst themselves, such as meat, wool, and leather. Notably, horses held significant value due to their swiftness and endurance, and they were frequently exchanged as well. Geographically, the Mongolian tribes were dispersed across various territories. Some resided in northern and northeastern China, others inhabited Mongolia and Siberia, while still others were situated in Central Asia and the Middle East. The diversity in their locations contributed to the rich cultural and geographical tapestry of the Mongolian tribes before their unification under Genghis Khan's leadership. Furthermore, Genghis Khan skillfully utilized alliances with other tribes and nations to bolster both his military and diplomatic standing. One notable example is the alliance formed with the Khitan in northern and northeastern China, which contributed to the consolidation of his power. These strategic alliances played a crucial role in strengthening Genghis Khan's position, expanding his influence, and facilitating his conquests. Genghis Khan's unification of the Mongolian tribes served multiple purposes, yielding significant outcomes. To achieve this unity, he implemented measures that centralized his authority and fostered a disciplined military state. Genghis Khan demanded unwavering loyalty from his generals, requiring them to renounce tribal affiliations and pledge their allegiance solely to him. This approach contributed to the creation of a more cohesive and organized military structure. Beyond the internal consolidation of power, Genghis Khan's unification efforts had far-reaching consequences for the broader world. The establishment of the Mongol Empire resulted in the creation of safe trade routes, improved infrastructure, and enhanced connectivity. These developments facilitated extensive cultural exchange and economic prosperity. The Mongol Empire's influence and control over vast territories led to the integration of diverse regions, fostering a more interconnected world. Overall, Genghis Khan's unification of the Mongolian tribes not only strengthened his authority and created a disciplined military state, but also brought about significant advancements in trade, infrastructure, and cultural exchange. The impact of this unification extended beyond Mongolia, shaping a more interconnected and prosperous society on a larger scale. Genghis Khan's military genius was evident in his adaptation of warfare techniques, making his army highly formidable. His diplomatic approach involved compliance with established traditions and the establishment of new principles. Additionally, he skillfully employed alliances to fortify his military and diplomatic position, further contributing to his success in building and expanding the Mongol Empire. He extended his genius over several fields such as diplomacy, military strategies and tactics, administrative policies, and even technologies that were ahead of its time. He truly was a leader who left a legacy that was unmatched. Though other historical figures like Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar would try to rule the world, Genghis Khan was the first to truly make his mark in history in succeeding to take over. Were we able to bring justice to Genghis Khan's epic story as a universal ruler? We'd love to hear your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so we could keep you posted. Thanks for watching.